What's going on, boxing world? Dana Miller with Pot Shot Boxing. Well, Fundora versus Thurman turned out to be straight domination by Fundora in the fight. I thought that Thurman would have heading into the fight. I thought Thurman had a chance to win the fight, but man, he just could not get past that long jab of Fundora. In the first 3 rounds, Thurman was on his bicycle. He was moving. He was just trying to figure out that jab Rubik's Cube that the Thurman Inferno was bringing to him. But I have to give Fundora credit. He used his jab. He fought standing up, which was very important. He didn't lean down. Sometimes he usually leaned down, and fighters can set some traps for him. But in this fight, he was very disciplined. He jabbed, and it set up the as he was pressuring Thurman, it set up those combinations. And he did get to Thurman's body a lot. Like I said before, Thurman don't like it to the body. Thurman just couldn't figure out Fundora. He did have a strategy. It looked like he just wanted to kind of move around, maybe catch Fundora coming in with some counter punches, maybe, but nothing worked out. Especially from round 4 on. I mean, it seemed like all heck broke loose from round 4 on, because at first, it was first 3 rounds. It was like the movement from Thurman looked like it was working a little bit, but that jab was just in Thurman's face all night. Fundora's jab was in his face all night. It was nothing that Thurman could do. He just couldn't get around that long reach. And so, Fundora 6'6", it just too much for Thurman. But as round 5, it was a big round for Fundora, as he was just he started to bust up Thurman. And then, eventually in the 6th round, the referee stopped the fight. So Fundora was awarded the 6th round TKO victory over Keith Thurman, thus, retaining his WBC junior middleweight title. So after the fight, Thurman felt that maybe he shouldn't have gotten stopped. He thought that he should have continued, but it looked like the way the fight was going anyway, even if Thurman wanted to go out on his shield, that's exactly what was probably going to happen if the fight would have went on anyway, in my humble opinion. So, hats off to Fundora. He went in there. He had his game plan together. He just used that, man, he used that long jab, just as a range, just pat, and just, man, it got brutal in there for Thurman. So, but it was a good fight. Hats off to Fundora. The sky's the limit for this kid now. He beat Keith one time, Thurman. That's a good name on his resume as he continues to move forward. So hats off to Sebastian Fundora on retaining his title. What's next for Fundora? Well, believe Keith Thurman has announced his retirement. I believe he announced his retirement already. So that's what's up with Keith Thurman. But as far as Fundora, there's a lot of people that he can, really fight. But, you got Boots, you got Xander, maybe Jermell Charlo, maybe, but he has a lot of different directions he can go in at 154 pounds. And, yeah, sky's the limit for that kid. Hats off to Fundora um, on a great performance. Got to give it to the kid. And again, he's a humble guy, which I like that most about him. You can't help but to like the kid because he's, super, um, just super humble, and that's what like in fighters. It was great. He admitted he helped watch Keith Thurman and really, like Keith Thurman as he was coming up. So that was much respect that he gave to Keith Thurman after the fight. That was, cool to see Fundora do that. But let me know what you think, Boxing World. That's pretty much a recap of the Sebastian Fundora, Keith Thurman, WBC junior middleweight title fight. I thought Thurman was going to outsmart the kid. I'm just being, real. I thought he would be able to set traps and maybe counter Fundora, but Fundora was smart tonight. He really used his jab to his advantage, and it set up the brutal outcome that eventually came for Thurman. All right. Thank you all so much. Once again, this is Dana Miller with Pot Shot Boxing. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. All right. Like and subscribe.